But next question is, how long will the Warriors remain dominant? You know, the Cavs had their run. They turned it over to Golden State, and how long are they going to keep it up? Chase?
Okay.
Or Brandon? Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah. So my thoughts on this are that the Warriors, as long as the Warriors are, 110 times better than any of the other teams in the league, the players are going to get bored. I think Klay Thompson is probably going to be the first to jump ship. And I don't see Draymond Green leaving unless he's forced to. But I do think Klay Thompson is one of those guys. I don't see him as the kind of guy who's like, I need to run a team, but he's the guy that has the talent to run a team. And I just think that the Warriors will get bored. Going almost 16-0 in the final in the playoffs, going 16-1. If you're that much better than any of the other teams, I when I play basketball, I hate playing against teams that are that much worse than me. I like to win, but if we're just, walking through every team that we play, it's just not fun. And so I think if they're this dominant for much longer, they're going to get bored with it. And I think Klay Thompson's going to leave. And then once that starts, I think it'll start a chain reaction where they have to make moves, or the other stars have to go somewhere else. So
I think a lot of it has to deal with the almighty dollar. I mean, everything in the NBA, everything in any professional league boils down to money. And yes, there's star players that are willing to take pay cuts, but like Kevin and Steph, they're going to get their money no matter what. They're going to get paid. They've got lucrative shoe deals. They're going to get a crap ton of money no matter what. It's the players that are like Sean Livingston, the bench players, that are going to require the money. I mean, they're the reason why. I mean, Kevin Durant took a pay cut so that they could keep Andre Iguodala and Sean Livingston. I mean, he took a pretty substantial pay cut. And those players are, other teams in the league, every team in the league has proven that they're willing to overpay for players like that. They're willing to overpay players. And those middle of the run players, they don't have shoe deals or lucrative shoe deals. I mean, yeah, they probably have little shoe deals, but they don't have lucrative endorsement deals. They've got the majority of their money comes from their NBA salary. And so those players will go where the money takes them. And so they're not going to be able to afford this for much longer. I mean, I think the next 2 or 3 years, they're probably staying pat. But after that, when the Sean Livingstons and the Andre Iguodalas are getting close to max deals from other teams, because it's going to happen, they're going to be offered those huge deals that the Warriors just cannot match. They just don't have the money for it. And so that's when it's going to start crumbling down, is when those contracts are up, when, even Klay Thompson, when his contract's up, the Golden State's not really going to be able to afford it, because it's going to be the same time Draymond Green and, Kevin Durant's deal is up in another year. I mean, he only signed a 1-year deal. So it's, it's not going to be good for them in the next couple of years. They're going to have to really fork out the money if they want to keep everybody. They're going to have to pay huge luxury tax fines, and they're just not going to be able to afford it. So
that's what I think, especially as they win championships, because these middle of the run guys, once they win a couple of championships, they're like, okay, now maybe I want one more payday before I retire, or maybe I want to go somewhere else after they get the championship. So there's a lot of players that they look for the championship first, then the money next, or maybe the reverse order that, they say, I'm going for the money right off the bat. Then once I have $50 million in the bank, I'm going to go after and I'm going to chase a title. So, I mean, I think that's also going to be a problem.